Good morning, everybody, and welcome to today's severe weather update. So, severe weather is making an unwelcome return to the south, as the Storm Prediction Center has issued a level 3 out of 5 enhanced risk of severe weather across south, central, and southeastern Texas, southern Louisiana, far southern Mississippi, far southern Alabama, and western Florida Panhandle in the orange shaded region for today. We have a slight risk of severe weather covering the southeastern half of Texas, northern Louisiana, south central Arkansas, southern Mississippi, Alabama, southwestern Georgia, and central Florida panhandle in the yellow, and a marginal risk of severe weather covering most of the south in the dark green today. And taking a look at our probabilities for tornadoes touching down within 25 miles of a location today, we have a 5% chance of a tornado touching down within 25 miles of a location today across far east Texas, central southern Louisiana, southern Mississippi, southern Alabama, and central and western Florida panhandle in the brown shade area today. Make sure you're on guard for scattered tornadoes if you live in areas like Alexandria, Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Louisiana, Hattiesburg, Gulfport, Mississippi, Mobile, Alabama, Pensacola, Florida, Panama City, Florida, and Tallahassee, Florida. We have a 2% chance of a tornado touching down within 25 miles of a location today across central and east Texas, southeast Oklahoma, Arkansas, northern Louisiana, much of Mississippi, Alabama, southwest Georgia, into much of Florida today. Make sure you're on guard for an isolated spin-up tornado today if you live in the green shade area. Taking a look at our primary concern today, this is going to be the damaging wind threat. The Storm Prediction Center has issued a 30% chance of damaging straight line winds of 58 miles per hour stronger within 25 miles of a location across southeastern Texas, central southern Louisiana, southern Mississippi, southern Alabama, and central and western areas of the Florida Panhandle in the red shade area today. Make sure you're on guard for numerous damaging wind gusts, and if you live in this hatched area from East Texas through West Central Florida, make sure you're on guard for several wind gusts of 75 miles per hour or stronger today, as a very powerful MCS is expected to develop and move across these areas today. We have a 15% damaging wind risk in the yellow area from central Texas through central Florida and southwestern Georgia in the yellow. Make sure you're on guard for scattered damaging wind gusts if you live in the yellow shade area today. And we have a 5% damaging wind risk in the brown shade area covering much of the south and the Ozarks today. And taking a look at our large hail threat, we have a 30% chance of quarter-size hail or larger within 25 miles of a location centered around central and southeastern Texas today. Make sure you're on guard for numerous large hail across areas like San Antonio, Austin, Victoria, LaGrange, College Station, Navasota, Brenham, Sugar Land, Houston, Kingwood, and Livingston and Lufkin. And then we have a 15% hail risk in the yellow across the Arklatex, Louisiana, southwest Mississippi, and much of the southeastern half of Texas in the yellow, 5% hail risk in the brown. If you live in this hatched area, make sure you're parking your cars in the garage today in areas like Austin, San Antonio, Corpus Christi, Beeville, Victoria, Bay City, Houston, College Station, Lufkin, Houston, Beaumont and Galveston, Alexandria, Baton Rouge, New Orleans, New Iberia, and Huma, as you could be seeing hailstones of golf ball to tennis ball to baseball size today, maybe even some softball size hail with these storms. And we already have storms developing across southwestern Texas with some ping pong ball size hail, golf ball size hail, and ping pong ball size hail moving towards San Antonio, and then moving towards the east across the deep south. We got some pretty serious severe weather going on here as well, as we have a destructive severe thunderstorm warning for Mobile, Alabama, with ping pong ball size hail and 80-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Make sure you're seeking shelter in the Mobile, Alabama area. And then for Covington, Louisiana, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. So timing out these storms for the rest of the day, the storms in southwest Texas are going to move to the east and intensify through about 1 o'clock this afternoon, producing large destructive hail in San Antonio, as our storms along the Gulf Coast train, producing a flooding threat and very significant damaging wind threat going through 2, 3, 4 o'clock. Our significant area of storms across Texas will be producing lots of large hail as we see a lot of discrete cells. And then our lines of storms continue across Louisiana through Florida, going to 5 and 6 o'clock. Very powerful line of storms develops across southeast Texas, producing damaging winds and large hail, spin up tornadoes as well. Houston area down through Corpus Christi around 5 o'clock this afternoon. 6, 7, 8 o'clock, very intense line of storms pushing across southeast Texas, southwest Louisiana. 10, 11, midnight, across southern Louisiana into New Orleans, and then going through 1 a.m. into southern Mississippi, through areas like Gulfport, Biloxi, Mobile, and then going into 3, 4, 5 a.m. through western Florida, southern Alabama, and then going through tomorrow morning. Storms remain severe as they push through Panama City, Florida, and Dothan, Alabama. So unfortunately, another day of severe weather today across the South, so make sure you're preparing for all hazards from Texas through Florida today. Thanks for watching today's severe weather update. Please stay safe and have a wonderful day, my friends.